All right, CJ Masson. So now on the back side, we're subtracting it, and I've also kind of upped it up a notch by not giving you the common denominator. So for 7 and 8 and 1/2, you're asking yourself, okay, I can look at my fancy reference sheet and say, all right, what is the multiple that they have in common? The least common multiple happens to be 8. I can multiply 1/2 by 4, and I can leave 7/8 alone. So 7/8 minus 1 times 4 is 4, 2 times 4 is 8. So I have 7/8 minus 4/8, and that's just 7 minus 4 is 3/8. For 2/3 and 3/5. Multiples of 5 are 5, 10, 15, 20, etc. And the 3's are 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. The one I said that they had in common, the least one, is 15. So 2 times 5, 3 times 5 to get to 15, and then 5 times 3 and 3 times 3. So I get 10 over 15 minus 9 over 15. And I get my answer of 10 minus 9 is 1/15. All right. For 3/4 and 1/6, I could multiply this one by 6, and I could multiply this one by 4. But that wouldn't be the least common multiple, and then I'd have to simplify in the end. So actually, if I do my 4s, I have 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, yada, yada, yada. And 1/6, I have 6, 12, oh, I can stop, right? 12 is the least common multiple. So I could say 4 times 3 to get me to 12, and then 6 times 2 to get me to 12. It's helpful to have your reference sheet right next to you, so you can do this very quickly. So 1 times 2 is 2, and we do 9 minus 2 is 7/12. All right, one more. The least common multiple of 10 and 5 is 10, right? The multiples of 10 are 10, 20, 30, 40, and 5 are 5, 10, 15, 20, so 10, right? So the 9/10 I can leave alone, and the 2/5 I can just multiply by 2. So I'm going to end up with 9/10 minus 2 times 2 is 4/10, and I get my answer of 5/10. Now that's not my answer, because I have to simplify, yes. Sometimes you will have to simplify in the end. So just divide them both by 5, and I get 1/2 as my answer. Okay. All right. I'll probably have you do those on that puzzle. Adding mixed numbers with unlike denominators. Basically, all we're going to do right now is just try and find common denominators here and treat the whole number separately. If I've done this correctly, I haven't made them too difficult just yet. So 3 and 11/16 plus 4 and 1/2. If you think about the multiples of 2 and you see that this is an even number, obviously 16 is our least common multiple. So we're going to get 3 and 11/16 plus 4 and 8/16. And when I add those up, I get 7 and 11 plus 8, I have messed up, is 19/16. So the reason why I've messed up is because this right here is an improper fraction. All right, so 19/16, how many times does 16 go into 19? 1 time with 3 left over, right? 3 and 1 3/16. So basically what we do with this improper fraction is we then add it to our whole number. So it's our answer is not 7 and 19/16, it's 8 and 3/16. Why? Because we have an extra whole number here with this improper fraction. I got that from this 1 and 3/16. So 1 plus 7 is 8, and the 3/16 is my fraction part. Sorry for making that complicated. So for 3 and 8, the least common multiple actually happens to be 24. So 3 times 8, 2 times 8, and then 8 times 3, 5 times 3. So 9. So here we go. 9 and 16/24 plus 2 and 15/24. So notice how I don't add up the whole numbers just yet. And then I have 16 plus 15 up. I did it again. That's 31/24. And then 9 plus 2 is 11. So 11 and 31/24. But again, this is improper, so I can get another whole number out of this. 24 goes into 31, excuse me, 1 time with, let's see, 31 minus 24, 7 left over. So 1 and 7/24. So then I add that to my 11, right? That was already a whole number when I added 9 plus 2. 1 plus 11 gives me 12 and 7/24. All right, let's do one more S here. So 13 and 4/5. The common denominator is obviously 10. So that gives me 13 and 8/10 plus 4 and 7 over 10. And I did it again, so 8 plus 7 is 15 over 10, right? 13 plus 4 is 17, so again I have this improper fraction. It just happens that I messed this up, guys, that all these give you improper fractions. Sometimes it won't, and then you don't have to do this extra step. But 10 goes into 15 one time with 5 left over, so 1 5/10. Let's add that to 17, our original whole number, so that gives you 18 5/10, but actually that's still not done. That's 18 1/2 because you have to simplify. All right. The next one I'll probably have you do an end puzzle, and then these I'll just have you do on your own. That's the end of part 2.